Hey everybody, my name is James and we're going to review this duel with rooZZ. I'm playing Strogg and he's playing Galena on Corrupted Keep. Let's get into it. Alright, this spawn can go either way. Typically the person who spawns at Rockets goes down to Mega. I took routing to Heavy. Now right here I'm trying to get some information and we're going to go for a peeker play. I'd say it's a pretty successful peeker play as we get information onto where rooZZ is, as well as dealing about 105 damage, which allows me to go get the rocket launcher. So right here, I'd like to prioritize hit scan weapons, pick up the heavy machine gun, and then I should go to lightning gun. But as you will see, that is not the path I took, and I don't get terribly punished for it, but it was a poor play. So I get the heavy machine gun, and I'm just spamming this doorway, trying to take position at Mega Health. This is not where you should position for Mega Health. I should be above. But fortunately, he decides to go for heavy armor, giving me the Mega, and I get the lightning gun. So right here, get into a fight. I'm going to make a poor weapon switch mid-fight that kills me. So I'm going to switch to rockets halfway through. Not only do I switch to rockets at a bad time, I switch to rockets when I'm actually on lower elevation, making it more difficult to do damage. I should have stuck with the LG and then attempted to finish him off with shotgun or heavy machine gun. And I knew it. So off the spawn, I get 100 health and 100 armor. So I took a lot more damage here than I needed to. So right here, we know that he just got Mega. He got the light armor, he's pushing around, and I'm conceding heavy. At the same time, I decided to try to do damage with Peeker. In retrospect, I think a better plan would have been to simply go get weapons. I have no weapons currently. You know, it's a little bit of damage, but it doesn't make too much of a difference. So now he has position on rockets, but fortunately I was able to steal a Mega and then mess up my movement. So still no rockets, no LG. I tried to do damage with nail. I probably should have just kept moving, making it more difficult for him to do lightning gun damage. So I finally got some rockets, and I'm able to get a little bit of unanswered damage. And one more for the road. That's good for me. He's the same pathing as earlier, and we're able to deter him a little bit. Okay. Still no LG ammo. Alright. It's okay peeker usage. I had a bad read. Right here, I'm in a bad position. I get the direct rocket. I should be leaving now. Now right here, instead of actually leaving and going to lick my wounds, he pushes out and I engage immediately. I'm literally no healthier than I was a second ago when I thought it was a good idea to leave the fight. Fortunately, I end up in pretty good position. Got a little unfortunate with that rocket, but in retrospect, I don't really like the fight. And then I get a fortunate direct rocket here. Yeah, I was expecting 2 totems there. Alright, right here, I need to just do damage while he's trapped. He literally has no way out. Just avoid the rockets. I could use Peeker here, but he actually drops down beforehand. So right here, you'll see my rockets were in a pretty poor placement. So my rocket ends up going behind him. I should be putting the rocket in front of him in his path here to prevent him from escaping. I would be able to do even more punishment. Again, same routing. You hear him over there in nail room. So right here he pushes me. I did 100 damage rocket, and he took the splash damage from being on my head. I think it would be a pretty low risk play to go peeker here and charge him, but I don't do that. I try to just get LG ammo, correction, LG damage, but it's pretty minimal, and he gets away. He's real low here. You can tell, dropping the totem, he's playing conservative. So, and he gets the light armor. Good Mega Steal. He gets away, and I'm going to get a peeker kill here, which gives me the heavy armor. So this is probably the strongest I have been and will be all duel. So right here, I'm in fantastic position. The one thing I could do to really mess it up would be to drop down on his LG. And it's exactly what I do. And he punishes me instantly. And gets the kill, gets the mega. That was a really poor play on my end. So he knows I like to go for rockets. He set up a trap, and gets away pretty well. I get a nice rocket at the end, but he could have punished. I could have punished a lot more if he didn't do that stutter step. So right here, I lost track of timing. I could have punished him a lot if watching the VOD, I know it's up at 8. I could have been over mega and rained some rockets on him, but instead I get really weak rockets here, and I fall. Just a poor play that ends with me dying. So get the heavy off the spawn. And he sets up another trap at rockets. Get pretty good damage. Got 2 tri-bolts and a rocket. Got the mega. And then finish him off with the LG here. But he gets pretty good exit damage though. So we heard him spawn rockets. Should be able to grab the heavy armor here. But he chases. And we get a mutual kill. So right here off the spawn, I see him obviously going for heavy armor. At this point, I should probably just keep running straight to rockets. It's this is a really bad position for me. Or I could double back, get the LG. Instead, I just do minimal nail gun damage and nothing's really gained. So I'm just trying to avoid him here. So I didn't go LG. I just got the light armor. And then did minimal peeker damage. Right after the peeker damage, I decided to push in with nails, which was the wrong answer, as he gets a good bit of lightning gun damage, and then I get rockets. Now, as you see, when I push over here, I should have continued down to heavy. Instead, he made the right play and pushes with lightning gun, and then finishes me off easily. He's going to be rewarded with mega and heavy. Again, a wasted opportunity where I could go get resources, weapons, and armor. But instead I do 0 nail gun damage, and he has complete control. I've got to try to play elusively here. Pretty decent path, but he knows I want those rockets, and he set a trap and punishes me. So right here, I'm going to wait 10 seconds for heavy armor. Obviously, it's the wrong answer. I should be in a more secure position, probably up top, waiting for him so I could rain more rockets. So right there, I think that was a silly path to take. I should have just taken the stairs up. That way I wouldn't have been at risk of hitting the totem through the porter. Fortunately, his totem was a little far forward. So right here, this is about as bad a fight as you can get, as I don't even fight. He pushes through the window. I don't use tri-bolt. I don't use LG. I don't use machine gun, nothing. So he just does free damage and then makes the right move and pushes. So now I'm limping. I need to be thinking resources. And fortunately, get away a little bit. So right here, this is another tough fight. It's a really good push by rooZZ. I could have stayed up there and punished him more with rockets, or I could have exited towards rocket area. It was a really poor position on my part. You want to maintain height advantage. He does a lot of damage, makes the good read, and pushes me again. He's maintaining aggression the whole duel, and it's paying off tremendously. He's getting a lot of frags off of it. This, I don't know. I'm indecisive. I was thinking about doing a peeker play. I didn't. I'm kind of panicking here. Got some resources. Now we should try to punish him here. In the moment, I believe I shot the rocket towards shards before he entered the doorway. Pretty much is just bad rockets into a bad position, leading me to get telefragged. So right here, I don't know if you heard that. I don't have mega timing. I have a general idea of when it is. So I take this silly fight. I get pretty good damage down, and then I get it at 8. So that was lucky. Able to do some damage there. Right here, I should have pushed him. He was weak. So you can hear his cry, and then he backs off for the bubble and then exits immediately. With my stack at 133.17, I could have pushed him here, I believe, and maybe turned the duel around in my favor to start the comeback. We're also running low on time. Yeah. So he pushes here. I have 1 rocket, so I lay it out, get the click, and then he just melts me. And then obviously I'm frustrated at this point. I'm frustrated and I'm in a bad position. I'm just shooting nails at him. The duel's more or less over at this point. So, not technically out of it yet. I'm going to try to make something happen. I hear him over there in nail room, and then he dodges every single bad rocket. It was a good fight by rooZZ, and it was GG. I tried not to, rage GG, but, I was getting frustrated. And then here comes the GG. So, thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you benefited from it somehow. If you have any input or would like to do this with me, just contact me. And have a good night. I'm just gonna let the duel play out.